Hey everyone, it's FinalRound and my name is Jordan, and sorry about the delay on this one. I just got off work and started to take a look at some lines. I know these videos have to be out just a little bit earlier because we have a 5 a.m. Eastern game with the bronze medal game, and then the USA game is a little bit later in the day, which is nice. I will not be able to watch this bronze medal game, but I do have some props for you, so let's jump right into it. I'm going to start off with the bronze medal game, Germany versus Serbia. My first pick is going to be Vasilije Micic over 10.5 points at -110. He plays for Serbia. He's averaging 12 points a game in the Olympics. He's one of the NBA players that plays for Serbia. He plays for the Hornets. He had a pretty good season. I took a few of his props during a good stretch there in the NBA season. So these two teams actually faced each other in the World Cup final. Most of Germany's team was there that they have now, but Serbia was missing Jokic and they were missing Micic. Bogdanovic did play there in the World Cup final. Germany ended up winning that game, but now things have flipped a little bit, and we have Jokic and Micic added on to Serbia. So he's gone over this 10.5 points mark in 4 out of 5 games in the Olympics. And versus the U.S. in both games, he shot 3 for 10 and he got 11 points and 8 points. So it was the U.S. that he went under on. The volume for shooting is good. He's shooting 9 shots a game, which I really like. And 5 of them have come from 3-point range. So high volume there. And he's shooting 58% versus teams not named the United States. So very good shooting percentage here. I do like the hit rate. So that's Micic of Serbia over 10.5 points. And then on the other side of things for Germany, I see a lot of people taking Schroeder points, which I got bumped up to 20.5. Schroeder did play very well in that World Cup game, and he scored in the high 20s. So I can see why people are taking Schroeder. Franz Wagner's coming off a pretty cold game, so staying away from him. So I feel like Schroeder's line's pretty high. But there was one prop that popped out to me, and I was like, for the payout here, this actually isn't that bad of a play. So it's Isaac Bonga over 1.5 3-pointers made at +102. So for plus money, you get a play that has hit in every single game in the Olympics. So Isaac Bonga shot 2 for 3. 3 for 4, 2 for 3, and then in the elimination games, his volume went up a little bit more, and he shot 3 for 6 and 2 for 5. So I like to see that the volume went up. So he's shooting 57% from 3 in the Olympics. If you want to make things a little bit spicy, you could go for 3-pointers made, and that's +300, which he hit a couple times in the Olympics. But for him to make 2 at +100 money, even money, I do not hate that bet at all. So as for a prediction for this game, we have Germany, who was pretty cold in that last game versus France. And then we have Serbia, who's coming off a major heartbreak against the United States, where they played very well, and then just lost it right there at the end. Just watching Bogdanovic shake hands, you could just tell he was devastated. Like they felt like they had that. So with these two teams facing in the World Cup, Germany coming out with a win, I think Serbia comes around and says, hey, you beat us, but we're bringing the big guy with us this time, Nikola Jokic, and I think Serbia comes away with the win here. The spread is just -1.5, so I'm fine with that. On Fanduel for -112 for them to win by 2 or more points, or you can just go with the straight up money line. I think that's like -125. So if you guys could, please like the video. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a little bit of extra time, could you just leave a comment for the algorithm? You can say anything and it helps. So let's talk about the USA and the France game. My first pick, I'm just going to go right back to this one. It's going to be LeBron James over 7.5 assists. This one has been bumped up and then it came back down. It's probably something you'd want to parlay with and not single bet. So he's gone over in 4 out of 5 games in the Olympics. He had 10 versus Serbia. And as I explained in the last video, LeBron James in big games likes to get his teammates going. He likes to get them involved. Because he understands, he can't do it all himself, and he's always been that way throughout his career. So he finished with 10 assists in the last game. It wasn't really much of a sweat at all. I think he had 6 going to the fourth quarter, and he just needed 2 to get it done. And someone in the comments mentioned that you can get assist off of free throws if someone makes a free throw and you pass it to them. That's an assist, and I've mentioned that before in videos. So that does help here with the assist line. And also, if you're feeling like taking a nice risk, triple-double for LeBron is plus 1,000. He did get a triple-double versus Serbia. This could be his last Olympic game. Should be his last Olympic game unless he's playing at 43. I wouldn't be surprised if he came back and played again, but this should be his last Olympic game. I could see him going out with a gold medal triple-double, but I definitely like him to get assists, to get his teammates involved and get this win. And this next pick is kind of a gut pick for me. It's going to be Joel Embiid over 12.5 points at minus 128. If you didn't know, Joel Embiid had the opportunity to play for Cameroon, France, or the United States. He chose the United States. He said he felt like they had the best chance to win the gold. Well, here we are, and France is in the gold medal game. So Joel Embiid has been booed this entire Olympics. He has played well when he has gotten the minutes. He's gone over this in 3 out of 4 games in the Olympics. His one miss, he played 11 minutes versus Serbia in the very first game. And then he had 15 versus Puerto Rico, 14 versus Brazil, and then 19 versus Serbia. Now he's going up against France, where he's been getting booed. The boos are going to be even louder. And this line at 12.5, minus 128, I can see Joel Embiid getting a good amount of minutes, and I can see him playing very well and having a good game here against France, just to kind of quiet the crowd and say, yeah, I picked the right team. But if France wins, that's going to be a big one for Joel Embiid. So gut call, I think Joel Embiid has a very good game. And before I get into this last pick, I want to shout out my partners, Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, ParlayPlay, and ChalkBoard. Use promo code FinalRound11 on any of these. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. There are links in the description. I'll take you straight there with the promo code. And thank you to anyone who uses those. So this final pick, I'm going right back to him. You probably already know what it is. Victor Wembanyama under 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists at minus 111. He still has not gone over this in regulation. The one time he went over was versus Japan, and he ended up scoring like 8 points in that overtime and going over this PRA line. But other than that, all regulation games, he has gone under this line. I think the U.S. will make it tough to get rebounds, just like I explained with Nikola Jokic. They're shooting a very high field goal percentage, which makes it difficult to get rebounds because the opportunity is not there. They also have the size to box him out and move him around. And then when it comes to him shooting, he has not been shooting well. Shot terribly in the last game. It's really been the rise of Courtenay and Yabusele that has pushed France through these elimination games to get them to the gold medal game. Those two have just been on fire. I would go with their lines, but they are going up against some elite defenders. This could be the game where they go cold. My main fear with this play with Wembanyama is we get another Bruno scenario where the United States goes up really big and they don't want to get injured or anything by playing really tough defense and just kind of allowing Victor Wembanyama just to get whatever shots he wants, and then they go and they score in the other end and just keep the margin massive. But I'm thinking the United States doesn't want to give France any type of hope, so it should be 100 miles an hour, pedal to the metal from the beginning. to the end and just get this gold medal and not allow them to get any type of comeback. But we have seen the United States start off slow. So I honestly think the closer the game is, the better for the under. But we will see. All of the Olympics in regulation, going up against the best team now, looking for him to go under 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists once again. And my prediction for this one is the United States, they got their wake-up call. You know, Curry was going off, but defensively, Serbia was just knocking down everything. The United States got their wake-up call, so I think they're going to come out fast and get a 20-point win here. And the spread's at 16, so I'll take the United States at minus 16 for minus 110. If you want to make it plus money, move it over to 17 or whatever it would be. But I think it should be a 20-point win here for the United States. So if you'd like to discuss lines further, I have a Discord. Link is in the description. There'll be conversation going on there about other people's research and their picks. And as far as a recap goes, Franz Wagner, over 19.5 points. He started out with 7 in the first quarter and then played 11 minutes in the first half. I checked his fouls. He only had 1 foul. I don't know why he sat so long. And then came back in the second half. It was super cold and then ended up knocking down a 3 very late in the game. Just could not get a rhythm. After playing 37 minutes in the first elimination game, I don't know why he didn't play as much as he should have. So he went under, and then I had Victor Wembanyama under 32.5 PRA, and that hit pretty easily. He was cold. And then my spread, Germany -5, France beat them, so that didn't hit. But like I said, with the spreads, money lines, and all that, I'm really just guessing. There's not much data to go off of other than the eye test. So the Serbia versus USA game, I had Nikola Jokic under 11.5 rebounds, and he ended up with 5, so that hit. And then I had LeBron James over 7.5 assists. That was at plus 100 at the time, and that hit. And then I had the United States minus 16.5. That did not hit. So props went 3 for 4. Spreads not so great, but I mainly do props. So good luck if you tail. Good luck if you don't tail. I'm gonna get this edited and get it out to you. So God bless you all. It's final round. My name is Jordan. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.